Hey everyone. Um, it's hard to believe, but today it is November 10, 2020. I still cannot believe it. And today it is the third consecutive day in the 70s, in the mid 70s. Let me say that again. Mid 70s. November 10th. It's just crazy, crazy, like what's happening in the planet. Shit, what they're doing to the planet. I don't know. I mean, well, we have to remember that, most of the continent was a jungle, or, what they call today, rainforest. They call it rainforest. So, what was I saying? So, yeah, and it was the Europeans who came and took everything away, took everything out, because they wanted to crop what they wanted to crop. Now, one day I was talking to a friend of mine from Central America, and I was saying that it used to be basically ebony, cedar trees, all stuff like that. I used to be in Central America. So it's a little bit preserved, whatever has survived this acidity, because that's the problem with today's world. We're too acid. And look at me, I say that and I'm eating bagel with cream cheese and coffee. So yeah, like I said, there's a little bit, there's like 10% left of the jungle in Mexico, in Ocosingo, the Lacandon jungle. Sorry. I have a new spot over here on 181st and Grand. This is Aqueduct. Grand is between Jerome and Aqueduct. So, they always have bagels over there. Not the best, but they always have them over there. Because the other place where I go at, since they're serving lunch a lot later now, they're serving lunch at 1 p.m. No, at 12:30, from 12:30 to 1 p.m. So, but I like to be there at 1 p.m. So I don't want to, because you can only be 5 people at the time. So, and I don't like the whole, it's just very disorganized, that place. And this way I just go there, get my meal, and if it's good, I'll eat it. If it don't, I'll give it away. But I'm already having a bagel. So yeah, over here on 181st and Grand, there is a guy working there. I'm like in high school. I went back all the way to high school. Yeah, he's a Mexican guy. I even forgot where he's from. shit. I remember everything he told me about his family. I think it's Puebla. He looked from Tlaxcala, which Tlaxcala is like the Coon state in Mexico. It's a long story. He's very tall. And he worked out a lot. I'm not into that really. I mean, I'm not into guys like that, but you never know. Yeah, he's always there in the morning. If people see him, if people discover him, that deli will be like, you know, the most famous bodega in the area. So this Grand and 181st, 181. This is the only Grand that I know where there's no Chinese. You know, the Grand in Manhattan, Grand in Brooklyn, Grand in Queens, the Chinatowns. So I'm just enjoying myself, you know, like I say, share my joy. I'm sharing my joy. So the first 2 days, actually it's the fourth day. It is the fourth day. I don't know. Even so, even if it's 1 day, it's still remarkable. In November, in the Bronx. The first day I went to Rockaway's, and yes, I did the Rockaway. Came back. I know, right? That's not a cool song. And yesterday I went to Orchard Beach. Yeah, a lot of crackers, both of them, but the Rockaway, the beach that I go to, it was infested. You know, I just got off on 149th Street and I walked and I walked and I walked. I didn't even know where I was at. But, you know, I found out, you know, where I was at. You know, I was, you know, not too far from the bus stop. And I was like, ugh. I was like, ugh, I mean, like, They got bikinis and, you know, Speedos. And they still was doing sunblock. Do I look like I spent 2 days in the sun already? I'm on my third day in the sun. No. Because this sun is like, this sun is alright, you know. So I started doing sun gazing also 2 days ago. No, 3 days ago. I was in church in Brooklyn, on Church Avenue. And I found out that's the right spot. That's the right spot, you know, to sun gaze. At 4:15 p.m. right now, I mean, like, you know, it's November 10th. See the sun right there. Actually, if you walk 1 block east on Church Avenue from Utica, 1 block east from Utica Avenue, you see like this. There's like I guess it was like a fire hydrant before, a little like rectangular tall boxes. So I was right there because I didn't want to fall, because, you know, I really haven't really done it much, the sun gazing. But I mean, of course, it is so beneficial. You know, it's like it's like getting like it's like getting the watch synchronized. You know, but we get ourselves synchronized with the universe. It's nice. It's nice, and you know, and this is crazy because the last week I spent it in my house. I spent all my money on delivery food. I ordered so much garbage. I was having a hissy fit. I was having a tantrum. I was like, I'm not going out, and I'm ordering shit. I'm ordering shit, and like, you know. And then my ex called me, and we still ordered 2 pizzas for $20 with 2 toppings each. And I didn't know what fucking topics, you know, like to is. Like I say, oh, just like put double of the same, you know, like there's so much meat. I'm like, I had a ground beef. I was like, I haven't done that like in 10 years. I don't know. I mean, I feel like, you know, that's what they say, the devil never sleep. The devil never sleep. I mean, like right now, it's such an important time to, you know, to upgrade our software. But, you know, these past 3 days I've been like fasting, not even a bagel, not even a bagel. This is the first time I have a bagel in like 4 days. 4 days. Because I wanted to be at the beach early as possible. Well, when it's not freezing, you know. But after 10 p.m. it was nice, you know. So a lot of people, they say, no, it's all about money. It's all about money. Yes, it is all about money, but there's still so much shit you can do without money, you know. The most precious thing is the sun, and it's for free, and it's right here, you know. I mean, think about it. Look at this beautiful park. They got, this is our tables for chess or checkers, depending on what you're playing in life. uh, hmm. Oh my God, of course, there she is. I'm not lying to you. Say hi to them. Every day I see a bee. A bee come to it. Well, I guess I'm always in the gardens. What about the beach? No. I was in Flatbush. I did a video there, and it came to Flatbush too. I like to believe it's the divine feminine blessing me. Right, B? Left. He left. You see, you don't make a big fuss and they go. A lot of people, they make a big fuss and it's like, go, you know. And I mean, I don't swell up or anything. I mean, it hurt a little bit. I prefer a sting from the bee than from a sting from a fly. Oh, that shit is like, it lasts like 15 minutes. That shit. And I don't even know his name. I'm not interested or anything, but you know, I'm sure he's married and whatever, I don't know. But Talking about the deli guy, de la bodega. So, no, I wasn't talking about that no more. I was talking about sun gazing. I want to start getting really curious about mushrooms because I think that's a good way to start. Still have like 20 minutes. It's gonna be my favorite spot. I'm always on Aqueduct, but I turn on 183rd or 184, whatever. I never made it because there's a children's playground, so it's a children's playground. I never really came closer to see that there's another park. The park I can see. The park keep going. It's beautiful. It's empty, empty. Oh, she's back. You like coffee? You like coffee, sweetheart? The other day I freaked out because I saw it in my palm, in my hand. I looked and I saw something. Just an instinct. It is an instinct. They're great people too, you know. It's such a shame what we're doing to our bees, you know. Dr. Sebi used to talk about, you know, how they're all like hybrids. Well, he's seen their natural ones in Jamaica. But during the weekend, I still have a spoonful of honey every day. It keeps me very strong. I have a spoonful of honey in the winter, at least 1 cup of moringa tea, 1 or 2 seeds of moringa, and I just started doing again my colloidal silver. She's on there. Oh, she was on there. What's it called? She left. She was on this. She was walking on this. You know, this is horrible, you know. I gotta tell him, like, don't wrap it up, I'm just gonna eat it. Imagine all this shit is in the air. I piled them up and I put them on the recyclables. But I don't know, what can they do? It's like mercury, you know, the liquid mercury. Me and my sister, we used to play with mercury. And a lot of times it will just freaking disappear because we used to have an apothecary. That was my grandfather's apothecary. You know, it was gorgeous, you know. It was like fine woods from wall to wall. The cabinets, everything, woo, high like a tree, like one of those, not too high. I don't know. Well, I was younger. Yeah, that pharmacy was like unbelievable. And my father, again, damn, I'm like my father. Shit, I just walk out. Yeah, he walked out and left all the merchandise there to rotten for like 3 decades. Can you imagine? The building was like, whoa. It was a house, a garage, or a warehouse, and a pharmacy complex. My father said F you, and he left everything. I mean most Mexicans I know we are like that. So you can fuck with us, but not for too long. because we don't, that's we don't put out with a lot of bullshit. We don't have that spirit of sacrifice. You know, I'm like, I was talking about my baby kitten. She's like 4 months already, and I got her from the street, and just in the back of somebody's backyard, but the backyard had no walls, so it's like they will come back in the evening. Some of them, he says, some of them will come back in the evening. Some of them like will come back 3 days later. So she was in the process of, then adventuring. So she's extremely wild. She was extremely wild. Can you imagine? She could jump like, yeah, like more, like 6 feet. She jump on top of the cage, from the floor to the cage. Well, he grabbed a little bit the cage, but didn't turn it over, and from the floor. My first cat that I had in the United States, he used to walk. I used to live there because I used to have a tiny little room in the near north side of Chicago by Sheridan on Kenwood. Actually, it was on Kenwood. Kenwood, like 1 block from Sheridan. And it was just like a room. And, I paid more, but I had my own bathroom. I was like, no, I always pay like whatever. When I first came to New York City, my bathroom was in a closet. I don't care. I had my bathroom, my toilet. Not the shower, but the toilet, I mean, like, so I would leave the door open of the bathroom, and I would wake up, or I would walk in, and the cat was walking on the ledge of the door. How tall is the door? Like what? Like 15 feet or some shit like that. It's like, it's a door. It's the bathroom door, and he was walking there, and it's like, I wish I could have taken a picture. It's like he was so natural. Like, yeah, how he got there? I guess he got a little leverage in the doorknob, I guess. I don't know. I'm tangential like that, I'm like, but the more I'm getting in touch again with Mother Nature, Pachamama. I mean, I'm like, I see my senses are awakening. My senses are awakening, and I'm noticing more things and stuff. And like the so-called animals, they notice that too. They say, oh, this bitch is looking like now different. It's just that, how evolutionized they are. They're highly evolutionized, so they can tell the level of conscious by the way you look at them, right? They're all like right here, all these plants. There's a bunch of wild crossfeet like this. The wild crossfeet, the one like the little plant, las patas de gallo. That's what it said. We call it roosted leg, roosted feet. We call it rooster feet to these ones because they look like a rooster feet. So, wow, it's like I'm having these experiences that are so humbling, and I'm not sure, but I think maybe that's why. A little bit, that's why the universe, because I grew up with no friendships. I grew up by myself, typical loner. And no, I was not a stoner back then. I only started smoking like 4 or 5 years. I don't even remember. Time is like 5-6 years tops, So, what was I saying? I forgot. Oh yeah, I was a loner all my life, and you know, and the few times that I you know, just like work in relationships, especially with women, that was very painful because they were like turn on me on a dime and start accusing me of shit, you know. I mean, like my second to last girlfriend, you know, amiga, not girlfriend, amiga, you know, you know. It's just like, I don't know why they say girlfriend like that, you know. I mean, like, not that it really, I mean, it do matter me, but you know, it's just not like that, you know. I mean, I'm not like obsessed, like, you know, uh, against dykes or something. But yeah, I mean, we spent like 4 days together. I was at her house, and you know, the next day I wake up and I see a video, a live stream of her saying that somebody had stole her credit cards and had maxed them out or some shit. I didn't even finish watching the video. I watched a little bit. So I was like, uh-oh. I know she's still unstable, you know. I mean, like, I knew that, you know, so this time, I mean, we had so many of these. We had so many of these, you know. It's like, all of a sudden, she would accuse me of so much this and that, and, you know, I would let it go. And, you know, and then she was okay for a couple of years, or, I don't know, a few months, and then again. I mean, I found out that, you know, she don't want to say goodbyes. She was leaving the city. I think she didn't want to say goodbye. That's crazy. That's crazy. How you gonna do that shit when you don't want to say goodbye? Don't say goodbye then. Don't say goodbye, you know. I mean, I just had another, it was more acquaintance. Well, she came back from Central America, another Central American. And she left just like that, you know. I inboxed her, said like, oh, I'm back home. Like, great. I mean, like, people, they're just like so childish. This is the level of sophistication, which is minus 10. The level of sophistication is minus 10. I mean, it's just like, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know other people's situation. You know, I've been working on myself since 2005. And I've been very diligent. I've been very focused. This is the first year that I'm flying solo. I have no psychiatrist. I have no therapist. I have no psychiatrist. I never really had them, you know, except like sometimes every 6 months you gotta see them just to see, like, because they have their PhD, whatever they call it, you know, their degree. They have the degree, and you have to see them sometimes. But other than that, you know, so I'm glad everything is going well. It's going well, you know. I mean, like, I'm remembering all my lessons. I'm remembering all that little by little. You know, talking about coping skills. Coping skills. You see how the sun already is over there? Damn. It's 12:15 and the sun is over there. You see, I've noticed the shadow. It's like if it is like 5 p.m. The shadow is all the way. You see the shadow? It should be the shadow, you know, it should be the sun's supposed to be on top of me because it's 12 noon. Anyway, yeah, I get distracted. So, yeah, but this girl, I mean, like, I'm talking about my cat. My cat. I don't know what to call her yet. And somebody gave me a bird. Somebody gave me a little bird. And she's doing so much better today. And, you know, my kitty cat, the female kitty cat, she's starting to warm up. She's starting to warm up. And because the first 2 weeks, I didn't even know what she looked like, really. I mean, like, what is like? I saw her in the cage, and oh, yeah, this is how I close it. I bring it together. I put her in a cage to bring her to my house, obviously. So she don't forget that. We need to learn from her. I need to learn from her. Fuck it. She might be giving me another chance, but she remember. She did not spend the whole night in the cage because I woke up and, I saw that she was like, she was not wild or anything. She was not like, you know. And Ocelote, my male cat, had brought her a toy. It was right next to the cage. It was a little toy. I was like, oh shit. It was like, how can they be so more kind and considerate than human beings? Human beings. How can these animals be like to bring her a toy? Don't get me wrong, he still hisses at her. He's like, who are you? He's like, whatever. He is Aries too, so he is like myself. We are puzzled by her. I'm pretty much sure that she's a Cancer. So can you imagine to have a little girl and a Cancer and with two Aries? Two Aries. And I think it's a Leo because I think my canary is like a Leo. And, oh my gosh. My baby oil. My baby. You got to be kidding me. I put him here again. Oh my god, I'm going bananas. Oh no, here it is. I know I put a tissue. My coconut oil is getting my eye. So, let me start walking. Yeah, she's like helping me heal a lot of shit, like, and the more I'm into her, because my mom used to say, wait until you got your damn children and then we talk. You judge me like I'm not. No, I have my own children now, and they're not even like children, they're cats. So, no, I don't understand her. She would leave me there for a whole weekend with bottles of food next to my crib. Shit, my watch fell off. Sorry, I gotta put on my watch. I gotta take it to the guy to see if he can fix the brooch, the seal, whatever. $10 watch. Beautiful. That was 2 years ago. It was a beautiful family over there in Concourse Plaza. They used to put their tent, and they used to have. I bought like 3 watches, and I'm like, where are they? $10, and they're great watches. I should have bought like 10. It was great watches that they have for $10. Can you believe that? So yeah, this girl is like, wow. She's like, I don't know. Of course, it brings me a lot of like memories, or I don't know. Is it memories or is it PTSD? Who knows, right? It brings me a lot of memories of, my childhood, and how I was like, nobody believe you. Nobody believe you is like, it's like being crazy. It's like you're being crazy. And which I don't remember that, but I do remember that I repressed all like girly behavior. I repressed all girly behavior, so. Is this good, pen? It broke. So, yeah, but all that stuff, I'm like, I've been such a bad mother now because I'm out and about every day in the sun. Can't believe there's nobody here. Come on, let me turn around so you can see. I'm not lying to you. There's nobody here. Enjoying this beautiful park. Yeah, I was telling you, on my way to the beach, I will see all these people like reading books in the park, like I'm in the huge park, when you get off the 6th train, the last stop of the 6th train in Pelham, and it's a huge park, and you will see them, like over there, all the way over there, and you can still, they have the mask on, all the way to their nose. This was crackers. The same thing at the beach. They will go like, you know, in the middle of the sand. They will lay there with an umbrella and they was reading the book. I guess they had the fucking mask on. Cuckoo. There's nobody. Why are you wearing a mask if there's nobody? They don't care. They don't care. You know, there's a guy, you know, I noticed I was waiting for the bus over there at Grand Concourse and Pelham. And, you know, he worked there. He's a security. And every time I passed by, he had a mask covering his nose. Every time I passed by, he had a mask covering his nose. 8 hours. 8 hours. He's in the street. He's in the street. Why is he wearing... If he's in the street watching the merchandise that is in the street, why is he wearing a mask? Anyway. And that's what I wanted to talk about before. And now I forgot what I want to talk about right now. Disorganized mind. That's all. I have a disorganized mind. So, I guess I should just wrap it up now, the video, because my focus is not very good and I'm about to go in the street. You know, I walked so much in the water yesterday at Orchard Beach. You know, I was just so happy to be there, you know, just walking in the water. And I remember when I went there like 2 years ago, it was 90 degrees, but it was in October or something, and the water was warm. And I had like a childhood regression because, you know, over there the water the water come to your knees. The water come to just as far as your knees. So you just can sit down. You can sit down on the sand in the water. You know, like when I was little, and in Caleta, in Acapulco. In Acapulco, they have beaches like that. They're just for the children. And I was like, wow, that was so great. Anyway, I don't want to, this is Burnside, I don't want to be like filming over there because, you know, the peoples. But anyway, I'll continue talking about my cat. I feel like I want to make a whole playlist just about my healing experience with my little kitten. You know, because she is like, and I gotta get starting. I gotta get starting all of that. I don't know what time. You know, I don't know what age. You know, they start menstruating. I don't know. I just want to make sure that everything is all right, that everything is healthy, and you know, that was the one great thing about my father. He always worried about, like, you know, a baby being born, and always worried, thinking like, you know, everything is in there, everything was good, he will like, and he will come in the middle of the night and make sure we was breathing. We was breathing, and you know, that was really sweet. That was I think one of the most sweet memories I have of my father, you know. All right, have a lovely day if you go out. Well, you're not gonna see this video until like 2 days. Well, nobody's gonna see this video. This is kind of like the mind play tricks, you know. This is a message in a bottle in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Later.